G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is Friday, the 5th of October 2018, and the time here is 0900 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Well folks, plenty going on in the world. Too much actually. Too much for one bloke to keep up with. I don't know how everybody else is keeping up with it, but I struggle. Just do the sponsorship thing, folks. Totally Rawsome. This is their new one. Chai turmeric paste. This is really nice. It's actually really, really nice. The other one's really nice as well, but I like this one. I'll leave a description in the description box, or the link in the description box for you. Get some. Look, honestly, it really does help. I'm even giving it to my dog now. And because he's got a hip problem. Okay, look, I was going to do this video about prepping, but something happened last night, yesterday, that is extremely worrying. This is going to be a short video, just so you guys can get up to speed with this if you're not already up to speed. Yesterday, the US bond market, 10-year bond market, took off. And I'm predicting that it's going to, this is just me, an economic hack, I'm going to predict that it's going to keep going up. This is really, really bad. Anybody who's anybody in the financial world has been saying for a while now that the bond market, the US, especially the 10-year bond market, is going to be where the beginnings of the economic collapse is going to happen. Greg Mannarino is a good example. Gerald Celente was on USA Watchdog last week. If you haven't watched that interview, watch that interview. He actually openly says the same thing. This thing is, the bond market's going to take off and everything's going to collapse. The US dollar is going to steamroll all the emerging markets, and the Australian dollar dropped massively yesterday. Look, all the currencies against the greenback dropped, and this is going to continue to happen over the next couple of days. The timeline for this collapse, by the way, will be a week. From the start of the bond market, taking off, to currencies collapsing, to all out, total collapse will be a week. The 1929 collapse was not, it did happen, but it took a while. It just wasn't one day. It did collapse in one day, but the actual overall collapse was like over 3 weeks, I think it was, nearly a month. Now is the time to make sure that you have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed, because this is going to happen. There's no two ways about it. There's no way for these guys to make money anymore, and the only way they can make the money is by the bond market. They will push the bond market up and up and up and up. They don't care about you, they don't care about me, they only care about greed and how to make money, and that's it. So what do we do? Well, as I said, ages ago, this is going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it, nothing I can do about it. It is going to happen. It's a mathematical certainty. The only thing you can do is try and protect you and your family against what is going to happen. And that entails making sure you've got food, making sure you've got water, making sure you've got your cars full of petrol, diesel, etc., etc. Is there any good news that I can give you? Not really. I'm going to show you the Trading Economics website. Okay, this is the Trading Economics website. Now, go to the right hand side and you'll see bonds. Click on bonds. It'll go to the US and it says 10-year. Not only did the US ones go up, all of them went up. Look, Every single one of them. So what does that tell you? All of them, every single one of them went up. So let's click on the US. This is what happened yesterday. So it went from 305 to 321. Now, it's going to keep going. That's a massive jump in one day, folks. Now, Gerald Celente said, and I agree with him, is that if it gets to 3.5, it's just going to go parabolic. So how long does it take to get to 3.5? I don't know, it went from 3.0 to 3.2 in one day. So it won't take much to go from 3.2 to 3.5. You know, you're talking about another day, perhaps. That day may be tomorrow. So you might wake up in America on Friday morning and the bond market might shoot up to 3.5, maybe even higher. Who knows? It is here. It's coming. It's here. You know, Gerald Celente the other day said it's here. It's finished. You know, Bill Holter, Jim Sinclair on USA Watchdog said the same thing. We are in Venezuela. You know, this is happening now. It's up to you how you read the signs. Right, I'm going to take you back a second here. Right. Down here in the news section, US stocks plummet on Thursday. Well, they plummeted because the bond market took off. There you go, look. Went from a high of 269 down to 2618. So I would expect that to keep on going down, folks, and the bond market to keep going up. Let's go back one more. Now remember, Trump came out the other day and said, yay, US stock market's at an all record high, yay. And all the flag waving, etc. Well done. His exact words were, well done to the US economy, US stocks at all-time record high. Ship of fools, folks, ship of fools. Now, let's look at silver and gold. That's that one and that one. Let's see what they did on the same day. Of course, they went up. And they're going to keep going up. And as Gerald Celente said, once gold gets to 1,500, or 1,400, I think he said, 1,450, sorry, 1,450. Once gold gets to 1,450, then it's all over. It's going to, just jump to like 3,000. So gold, silver, and even copper. Copper went down, sorry. Gold and silver, they're the two main ones. I thought copper went up. I was reading the wrong one. And if you noticed, all the food products went up as well. Like wheat, rice, live cattle. Look, you need to be really careful. You need to make sure that, like I said, you've got your I's dotted and your T's crossed, because there's not much more that can happen now except for the 10-year bond to keep going up. They've tried every single way they can to get the interest rates. They can't take interest rates up. There's no physical way for them to take the interest rates up. Whether it's Australia, America, anywhere, because their debt just balloons. But here in Australia, as an emerging market, imagine having all your money as an American dollars, and even if you're borrowing in American dollars, or regardless if you're borrowing, Japanese yen or Chinese yuan, renminbi, whatever the hell it is, it's going to go up. The cost of borrowing is going to skyrocket. I would half expect, perhaps today, stroke Monday, for the Australian banks, the big four, to put up interest rates again, with massive outcries of why. Well, can you imagine sheeple, the politicians are fucking useless at the best anyway, but can you imagine them, the sheeple don't care. They're not interested anyway. They don't even understand what's going on. You do. So the politicians are going to parade out and go blah, 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 blah. How dare they do this and how dare they do that, and, the usual rhetoric and shit. And sadly, 95% of the Australian consumers are going to get crushed overnight. Now you're going to see the Australian dollar go to historic lows. 40, could go even as low as 30, who knows? And you're going to see interest rates go through the roof. So those things and those times that people were telling you about are here now. So put on your shield and make sure you can protect yourself and your family. That's all I'm suggesting. That's all you can do now. You can't do anything else. It would be, this is my opinion, it would be extremely foolhardy to get on a plane and fly to other countries at the moment. Because you might end up staying there forever. That's how bad this is going to get. So, take notice, guys. Anyway, right, I'll leave it there. Let's do the prayers. And after all that, what a fantastic verse of the day. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Oh, how prophetic. And as always, folks, let's end with the Lord's Prayer. And I'll say this prayer for all the people who are going to go through a hell of a lot of problems very soon. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. All right, folks. I'll speak to you tomorrow for the weekly news wrap-up. Prep out.